Hey, welcome back to Speed Plays Chess, where we try to use technology to improve our bad play. We have a daily workout with personalized puzzles and tactics. We have a move trainer to drill popular openings, and we have a powerful chess engine to analyze our play and help fix our mistakes. So we're going to take a look at the opening that I used with white, the Jababa London. Now, I did buy a course on this, and so I have a little bit of experience with it. What I discovered with the main course that I was working on is that at my level, a lot of the players aren't playing master type moves. They're playing kind of regular, beginner moves. And as a beginner myself, I was finding that what I was studying was never happening in a game. Now, hopefully I'll improve and then I will come across those more powerful ideas. But until then, I want to learn how to beat players at my level. And as I build on that, I will hopefully be able to beat more powerful players. So what we're going to do is use the Lead Chess Opening Explorer to see the games that I've been playing inside the Jababa London. So these are 56, all 56 games as white that I've been playing, and D4, D5, Knight C3, and Knight F6 are by far the most popular moves so far. So we're going to go into our move trainer. We're going to pull up this Opening Explorer, and we're going to see what we have been working on as it relates to that. So I'm going to pick this course. We're going to go the Knight D5 is the most common response that I'm seeing in game. And now this London Bishop idea is something that I've been working on, and I can see that Bishop F5 and Knight C6 are the two main moves along with E3. So if I look at what I have been studying, there's one move that's missing here, and that is this move here, and that's Bishop F5. So Bishop F5. So since I do not have any variations that I'm practicing against that, we're going to add that right now. And we're going to look at the most powerful moves that we can play. Now, as someone has already studied this Jababa London system before, I like to play this F3. I've been taught this, and so I play it. And if you look at what the masters play in this exact scenario, the master database shows F3. So we're going to continue with that idea here, and we're going to build up our system with this. Now, we can kind of move on from this at this point, and let's look at the main ideas that how players are responding to me. Now, it looks like there's two main ideas, and that's Knight C6 and E6. And so I've got a pretty good record against Knight C6. I've won 2 out of 3, and you can see my immediate move is this G4 attacking the bishop. Now, there's two ways that white has responded. Bishop D7, and if I go back one, Bishop G6. And so it looks like I have a losing record against, the one game I played, I lost against Bishop G6. Now that could just be some tactics, or it could be, I just blew the ending. I don't know. But what we're going to put in today is what should I be playing when Bishop G6 occurs? And it seems that H4 is what I played in this game. And this must have been one of my first games that I played, because on Lead Chess you start with a rating of 1500. I remember winning my first game, and then I started playing players that were actually 1500 when I'm really not even a 1200 player. So I probably lost this game not from the opening, but from a number of mistakes that happened after the opening. But the computer is saying H4. I played H4, And the computer is suggesting this move here. So we're going to play this out because I like to play against what is happening to me and what happens if the best moves get played. And right now, the engine is saying to open up the bishop here. I don't want to go too many moves. I just want to get far enough ahead where we're at kind of a stopping point. So that's probably almost too far for someone like myself as a beginner to try to get too deep into the line. But we're going to stop there and we're going to go back to the point where the best move wasn't played and the actual move that was played was h5. Now, what we're going to do is, it appears like I played knight to b5, and that was not a good move. And oftentimes what I try to do is attack this c-pawn, but there's a much simpler way. I can expand on the king side, attack a piece, and so I did not make the most optimum move. So we're going to load that into the move trainer, and we're going to, since we didn't have a response to this because we didn't play it, we are going to learn one move ahead if someone were to make the best play. So as the engine starts analyzing the play, we're going to wait for the engine to decide, and it's going to suggest that the best move is here, and now we're going to just go one deep, and the next move that we should be playing gives us a nice advantage is strike the center. Now that's it. Now I may never run into this line, so there's no point in studying it too far in advance. We want to wait until our opponents show us some consistency in what they play, and then we want to strike against that. So we have our two lines that we want to play. There might even be three here, but I think there's two main lines that we're going to study. So we're gonna copy this line. We're going to come back, and we are going to look at our course here. We're going to create a variation, and so let's anytime I'm going to add a new variation, I don't want to just throw it in with everything else. So we're going to add this b5 variation, and now we're going to import this PGN. We're going to put it into the my Jabava. We're going to add the bishop f5 variation. And we don't want to merge, whoops, I did the wrong one. We're going to import PGN. Somebody tell me in the comments if you saw what I was doing there and we're yelling at the screen, just, no, you're doing it wrong. So we are going to put this into the B5. I always like to double check this. I don't know if this matters, but I like the main line on top. We're going to import all subvariations. So remember, there's multiple variations that we were trying to add. I think there was 2 of them. So when you're building out a PGN, sometimes you might have 5 or 6 different variations in there that you're trying to load. And so you want to save yourself a lot of time and make sure that this is checked. We're going to import. Yes, check it. And now we go right to this new chapter. What looks like there's 3 variations in there, and now we can start to learn the variations. So let's see what that looks like. So the move trainer is going to show you the move, and you need to replicate the move. And this can be kind of slow at first, but once you learn the variation, it starts getting really fast, and you just start drilling over and over and over the best moves. So it's a very exciting way to learn an opening. And all right, so now it's going to say, okay, can you remember the moves? So we're going to drill this and it'll have me do it 3 times. I think 2 if I get it perfect. I think if I make a mistake, it makes me do it a 3rd time. Let's see what we got here. So there we go. So if I would have made a mistake, it would make me do it again, and again, and again, and again until I get it right. So let's see the next variation here. So what's nice is sometimes it just throws you into a position. If you've already learned the full variation, which we already learned the full variation, so now it's just going to throw us into the position and say, okay, what are you going to do when the bishop moves to g6? So the move trainer said, it taught me that, and then it's going to drill this maneuver in here. So it's teaching us now. So now I've got to remember the moves. All right, so now the last variation, it's going to say, hey, when the pawn moves 2 spaces, we're going to attack the knight. Now remember, we're trying to move. What's the best move, and then the next move after it. Okay, so all right, so we've learned that variation. We've added a new one, and we're increasing our opening knowledge. So thank you for joining me. If you any comments or how we add more chapters, or hey, if you want to learn how to create your own course, put a comment down below, and I appreciate everyone taking time to view this video.